Yeah, my name's Matthew. I'm a 40-year-old CEO, live in Sydney, and I'm a husband and a dad, and I have brain cancer.
Yeah, so my name is Ed. I'm 44. I've got a Peruvian background. I've been living here most of my life. I'm a social worker by training, and I've been in child protection now for the last 20 years of my career.
But we've now been married for 6 years.
Yeah.
We've
We've got a 6-year-old son, which we love and adore.
So I was an otherwise always been healthy 37-year-old, and was at home one night and had a seizure at 2 a.m. Ed was with me, called the ambulance and was taken off to hospital. They ran a series of tests and found a tumour, which then put me on a conveyor belt of what proved to be a pretty surreal journey from there, which included a full range of surgery, followed by radiation therapy, radiotherapy, chemotherapy, that was stable for a period of time, but just in the last 6 months I've had a relapse. So a new blob has popped up in the depths of my brain, and so as a consequence of that, back on chemo. The biggest insight is using gratitude as a way of really reminding myself how good I've got it in spite of the obvious. I'm surrounded by people that love and support me, including my husband, but my wider family. I've got an amazing group of friends and colleagues, and really this time has just demonstrated how lucky I am.
And thinking about the burpee challenge, for example, that we did, the amount of people that just wanted to donate because it was one way they felt they show the love that they have for Matt and us and the circumstances that we're in, I think was spoke volumes, I think, because people there's not much physically people can do, right, other than say, I'm here for you, and we've got a hope for you that you'll get through this. So in terms of the gratitude, I think we're incredibly grateful to our families and friends.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that's really struck me about this is clearly a cancer diagnosis impacts the individual that's been diagnosed, but it has a ripple effect on the community around that individual as well. So clearly it's had an impact on Ed and my immediate family and close friends, but even beyond that, I think it's caused people to really, there's a sense of helplessness that comes with a cancer diagnosis, particularly brain cancer, that you read the stats and they are, I've given up reading stats, they are depressing.
It's depressing.
For me, work has always been a big part of who I am, and when I was first diagnosed with brain cancer, I got a lot of advice from people saying, "Oh, you need to slow it down. You need to step away from work." But I made the decision very, very early on to keep going, and I think that was on reflection a really good decision. So firstly, it meant that I was physically up, about, and even during radiotherapy, where I was having daily, I was getting zapped every morning at 7:45 in the morning. I'd then jump on a train and be sitting at my desk at work by 8:30. Just keeping that regular routine was really good for my physical health, but also it meant that I wasn't defined by my illness. In the lead up to my diagnosis, I started regular meditation, mindfulness meditation, and really I found that invaluable in just recentering myself. One of the things about brain cancer is that it is a roller coaster ride. So after my initial diagnosis, having surgery, radiotherapy, chemotherapy, things were stable for more than 2 years. And that can give you a sense of confidence. And in the last 6 months, I've had a new little blob pop up in the depths of my brain, which means that I'm now back on chemotherapy. And really, that's a reminder that this is a difficult and highly unpredictable cancer. But again, I've found comfort in falling back into the routines that I learnt the first time round.
The way I try to understand this disease is like it is a long-term disease. You know, it's not like you get cancer, you cut it out and you move on with your life. I think the unpredictability of it, it comes and it goes, it's a roller coaster. There will be good scans, there will be not so great scans, and that's just the way that life is now, and you just got to keep going. So I think that's what I think I hope to do, and try and just be there for Matt as much as I can.